Hello. I spent over 20 hours on stream speedrunning Just Cause 3. It was quite tough. It tested my patience, my endurance, and my willingness to sacrifice my own personal well-being to obliterate public infrastructure. Our wonderful destination for today is Medici, home of scenic cliffs, bright blue water, giant caves, a horribly oppressive totalitarian government, and me, psychopathic rope guy. Today, I've challenged myself to totally demolish this government as fast as humanly possible. But I'm not just here to destroy the government. I'm going to liberate every town on the map, collect all the collectibles, complete every single challenge, finish the story, and get this big number to 100%. So, let us begin. Alright, time. Let us begin, gentlemen. We began our adventure on a plane, and were introduced to the main protagonists, Rico, Mario, Sheldor, the Rebellion, and the rocket launcher. And then the antagonists, the military, General D. Ravello, and public goods.
Fucking hate bridges!
So, what was the plan? I don't know, just liberate, just challenge. I didn't really have much of a plan. What I did know, however, was that some missions are harder than others, and after 15 plus hours of Just Cause 3, I would probably not be in a good state. So, I came up with a solution. The difficulty gradient. The most difficult things would be done at the start of the speedrun when I was fresh, and the least difficult things would be done last. The main idea was to quickly unlock this OP wingsuit, which is a jetpack, machine gun, and infinite rocket launcher. This wingsuit would make the rest of the game much easier. But first, we needed to unlock it. So, we completed the first 2 story missions, liberated the Visa Lectra military base, and started the 3rd mission, where I failed. Oh fuck. No! No, Mario! Oh my god. Twice. Oh! No, fuck! That's a very solid 5-minute time loss. Great job. Next, we decided to slow things down a little bit and collect some cars. In every town, there's a garage. If you place a vehicle in a garage, it's chopped, and can be dropped to you at any time. Magic. To complete the game, we needed to chop every single vehicle. So we went and chopped some vehicles. The next story mission was very easy.
What the hell?
All we had to do was get this guy's boat back in the water. So I did this. Rico, saving the day, yet again. This mission unlocked fast travel, which we immediately used to fast travel right into the endgame base. Spooky. We weren't going to do anything at this base, but it was very close to the start of the DLC missions, which would unlock the OP wingsuit. So that's what we did, and we unlocked the OP wingsuit. We then visited the flying thing, shot all the red objects, finished all the challenges, and upgraded the wingsuit with the gears from said challenges. Very nice. The DLC mission wasn't quite done yet, so we finished it, and died again. I can't even move! We've got our OP wingsuit. What's next on the agenda? More difficult missions. Laguna Blast, there it is. Alright, we're gonna do this as soon as possible, so that my sleep-deprived brain doesn't have to deal with it, because this is the hardest mission in the entire game. This mission is a crash bomb mission, where you drive an explosive-laden vehicle directly into a group of military personnel. Because, you know, we're the good guys. So you gotta drive pretty much perfectly. You gotta drive this line as perfectly as possible, because if you lose any speed, like that, then gotta ditch the road, right, and drive this way, onto the grass, over this part, down the beach, and then you have to bail out at the exact moments that you don't die, like that. So we fail it non-stop for about 15 minutes, but then discover this beautiful rock. Oh, that's good! Oh! It's fucking good! Excellent. And there we go. The hardest mission in the game is completed. In my excitement, I forget to record and lose 40 minutes of footage. Fuck. Why was I not recording? Good one. The next hour of the speedrun, I spent collecting collectibles, completing challenges, and acquiring the Formula 1 car, capable of easily beating almost any race in the game. Now sure, this was all getting us more completion, but it was very easy, and not something I should have been doing this early in the run. It's hard to quantify exactly how much time I was losing through this approach, but it was probably pretty significant. Oops. Now remember, we needed to collect all the vehicles, which also includes boat. So we went and collected some boat. You're mine. The next story mission was a real shit one. You have to take this truck filled with barrels of wine and drive it about 1.5 kilometers without spilling any of it. So naturally, I began the mission like this.
Did I just fail the mission? Yes. The answer is yes.
And then,
Regular occurrences, you know? Just got...
are you fucking kidding me? After yet another hour of completing random small shit, we moved on to the Mech Land Assault DLC and Lacrima Island. Or as I later referred to it,
More like Piss Island.
got him. Piss Island is part of the Mech Land Assault DLC, which as you can imagine, has mech suits.
Can't get him out of it though.
To complete the island, we need to liberate all the bases, do the story, and complete the mech suit challenges. Now, liberating bases is normally the best part of Just Cause 3. All you need to do is just blow shit up, and you win. It's great. So how about instead of doing that, we scatter a bunch of small, annoying-ass objects all over the place and make them have buttons on them that you need to walk up to and push. Also, they are painted red, so they look exactly the same as everything else. Then after you've done all that, you've got to release this little dickhead by pressing E and then waiting 5 seconds, and then going here and pressing E and then waiting another 5 seconds, who then causes this bar to appear called Hold the Fort. How does one hold the fort? I don't know. The bar seems to go up when you kill guys, so you sit around blasting dudes for like 5 minutes, and then you're done. It's the same thing with police stations on the main islands, but if the entire settlement was a police station. Not fun. Anyway, we liberate all the settlements and move on to the mech suit challenges, which are actually pretty fun, but they take a long time. Enemies come in waves and must be killed with your mech. The challenge itself is pretty easy, but doing it fast is what we're here for. Unfortunately, the big fat plane comes in and drops 15 parachutey boys at the back who float down at a massive 2 kilometers per hour. Dickheads. Finally, the story missions on the island. After liberating everything, we go to this place, shoot some stuff, kill some stuff, and then run away. Please, 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 Rico. Please! Rico, no. Okay. Excellent. We've completed Piss Island in about an hour. Not amazing, but also not terrible. While we're at it, we might as well do the other DLC, the Bavarium Sea Heist. Once again, there's a special area outside the main islands called the Stingray area. No stingrays though. It's basically just a bunch of platforms in the sea in close-ish proximity. On the outer platforms are our favorite red objects, and the inner platform has this crazy weather manipulation shit that just kills you instantly. Wonderful. To begin our heist, we need a vehicle. A seaworthy vehicle. Perhaps even boat. So we go find this plane, jump into it, shoot this container out the back, jump on the boat, drive it back to base, and stick a bunch of guns to it. Before I get on with destroying the Stingray area stuff, I get sidetracked and do a bunch more stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. In doing so, I find this little car that I haven't yet chopped on this island. How they got this car here is a mystery, but how I'm getting it off here is not. So I pick it up, fly it to the big city's garage, and then do this. Ooh! Oh my god! Ah! Pain. Suffering. Agony. Naturally, I don't want to look at that little shit of a car again, and I forget about it. I'm sure this won't come back at an inopportune time to ruin something important. Instead, I go to this boat race and fail it several times in a row. Fuck! Finally, I snap back to my senses and get on with the Stingray area. I get our lovely boat and use its copious amount of missiles and bullets to blow up all the bases. Now I think it's important to note here that this particular boat isn't actually required for destroying these platforms. You can actually do that in any vehicle. I didn't know this however, so I wasted a bunch of time by boating around and shooting stuff from the water when I could have easily used a helicopter or jet. Once all the platforms were liberated, we could begin the heist. The thing we are heisting is this, the Eden Spark. Quite a nice weapon. To get past the pesky lightning insta-kill shit and through to the big base in the middle, we'd need to use the cool boat. Now, let me remind everyone of why Just Cause 3 is great. 1. The parachute and wingsuit. So much freedom and movement, and the movement is really fast and nice. And 2. The beautiful open world map. Heaps of stuff to explore and fly around. So how about we cram Rico into a tight enclosed space with branching corridors, no room to fly, and filled with dickheads and This place sucks. Worse, we need to find these things, called Eden Tapes, to get completion, which have been hidden very, very well. Not fun. After a while, we get to the end and get the Eden Spark. A very diplomatic and eloquent tool that... Then after 10 minutes of fucking around in the small enclosed spaces, I realized that the game had soft-locked me from finishing the mission, and I had to restart. Thank you, Just Cause. Hey, look at that. We're 10 hours in. And look at what we have here. A plane that is also a boat. Now, because this game is fun, one of the many items needed for completion are these. Stunt jump ramps. You get a car, and go. Yup. Bye-bye. To help us, we've enlisted the bravest soldier in the rebellion.
Balaclava boy.
At this point, I was starting to feel it. 10.5 hours in, and my mind was filled with explosions, cars, aircraft, and going fast. In this state, my decision making was steadily getting worse. At 10 hours 36 minutes, I did this race and finished it with 5 gears. Only problem was, I'd already done this race. Wait, I already did this one. What is wrong with me? And it completely wasted my time. The cracks were beginning to form. As you can hear, I sounded almost drunk. Hey, I got one of the cars from the Daredevil jump. Boy! A few minutes later, in keeping with my apparent intoxication, I proceeded to do this. How good. What a deal. Oh no. Oh no. The church repairs, they were going so well. As the weight of playing Just Cause 3 for 11 hours bared down on me stronger, I suffered yet another smooth brain moment with these 3 generator things. I thought that they could only be destroyed with explosives, and for some reason, mine weren't working. Turns out you can just shoot the sides and they explode. So yet again, I wasted several minutes. The next mission went fine, but its premise was incredibly fucking stupid. Rico and his buds had to drive in a convoy all the way over to these 4 tanks. Once at the tanks, they would activate an EMP to destroy them all. But I could have just blown them up. Like, what? So we spent 10 minutes standing on the top of a car while it slowly and painfully drove to something I could have just flown to and destroyed. Dumb mission. To redeem myself, I then spent a bit of time flying around in a jet blowing shit up. This was great, and actually served to move the game along pretty quickly. But eventually it died. Bye bye jet. And I spent another few minutes blowing shit up with the OP wingsuit, until this happened. Oh, no. Fuck! I even stumbled across this thing. The most powerful vehicle in the entire game. A helicopter with a big rocket launcher, shield, and generally fast demeanor. So naturally I spent about 3 minutes in it until it died. Nice. Our next mission involved some international diplomacy. Rico had to blah 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 blah. This mission has an annoying glitch where you can't lock onto the enemy aircraft, which are significantly faster than you. So they fly ahead and blow her up. Piss. I restarted the game and the mission went smoothly. What I did not know, however, was that there is a limit of missiles that can be in the game at any given time, and by spamming missiles when the enemy aircraft were flying by, they just wouldn't be able to shoot. But I didn't know this. Now, the Just Cause series isn't known for its realism, but they are very, very loosely based on a real-world operation by the United States called Operation Just Cause. Of course, in real life, there wasn't some guy flying around in a wingsuit performing guerrilla warfare on behalf of the US government. At least as far as we know. But it was a real operation. Quick history lesson. All the way back in 1914, the US had just finished building this lad, the Panama Canal, which allowed shipping traffic to go from here to here, rather than from here, and then all the way around here. As one can imagine, it was quite strategically important. Fast forward a few decades, and our boy Jimmy signed a treaty with the de facto leader of Panama, military dictator General Omar, which would grant Panama administrative control of the canal by the year 2000. Well, isn't that nice of him? It had some conditions, however. 1, they could keep their military bases there, and 2, the canal would remain open for American shipping. But then, our boy Omar died, and was replaced with another military dictator, General Noriega. Now he was a bit of a naughty boy. Relations between him and the US started off well, but quickly worsened, which wasn't helped by him being connected to drug trafficking. The US didn't like this. And then he shifted his allegiance away from the US and towards the Soviet bloc. The US didn't like this. And then he lost an election and went, nope. The US didn't like this. All of this had the US worried that the canal wouldn't remain neutral and would be seized by General Noriega. So they sent a bunch of troops over, just in case. Noriega didn't like this. And finally, the Panamanian General Assembly declared war on the United States. The US... Oh, they actually really liked that one. The US did their thing, seized back control of the canal, blew up some shit, and forced Noriega into the Vatican embassy where the US wasn't allowed to go. So they set up a fuckload of speakers and blasted rock music across the embassy until he surrendered a month later. The UN was all like, no, don't do that, and concluded the invasion was, quote, a gross violation of international law. Abdul would be so proud. Nice. Speaking of nice. Hey, boys! Funny number. The speedrun was going well, but 14.5 hours in, I was starting to lose challenges by incredibly thin margins. This was beginning to take a psychological toll. At 15 hours in, I was beginning to become delirious, so I immediately went and lost another 40 minutes of footage. It's alright though, I got Mr. Snowman on camera, so it's all good. Snowman!
So, we meet again, Mr. Snowman.
My motivation, however, was not waning, and after another quick visit from Balaclava Boy, my spirits were up. Bye-bye. So the next thing I did was drive a school bus packed with high explosives into another military checkpoint. You know, as good guys do. Our next great challenge was this. A boat. This boat, which needed to be delivered to a garage and chopped. The thing is, this boat only spawns right here, and right here happens to be in a lake with no route to the sea. This was not good. My first delivery attempt involved a helicopter, which I had done before, but after 16 hours of Just Cause 3, I simply couldn't do it. A viewer in chat suggested picking it up with a mech suit, so I dropped a mech suit in, went to mark the nearest garage, and fast traveled to it instead. Fuck! It's alright. It's okay. I'm sure this won't happen again. Right? After another 10 minutes, I finally get a mech, mark the garage, pick up the boat, and get it chopped. And I only wasted 15 minutes.
Deep vein thrombosis, DVT, occurs
At 17.5 hours, I came to my senses a bit and started bombing stuff with the bomber plane instead of the fighter plane. It turns out this was actually a smart decision, and the bombs made quick work of many small outposts. At 18 hours, I found the car with the highest top speed in the game, and instead of flying it to a garage, I took the scenic route and drove across the rail line. Definitely lost some time there, but it was fun. 15 minutes later, I began on the second last mission in the game. I didn't really care about the mission itself, but afterwards, I unlocked the nuke launcher. So I equipped it.
One of these.
I'm sure this immense power will definitely not cause problems later. A few minutes after that, I began on the hardest wingsuit challenges in the game. Normally I would find these pretty difficult, but after 18 hours straight of Just Cause 3, they were close to impossible.
Pull up! Oh.
Yup!
Alright, I did a flip.
At 19 hours, I could see light on the horizon.
Alright, standing up. Oh, there's the sun.
Like the real horizon, not the game one. The end was in sight. But before that, I had to fail a bunch more wingsuit courses.
Ah! Are you fucking serious? No. Oh my god. Oh, thank god. Woo! Here we go.
My motivation was running at an all-time high. And right before I thought it couldn't get any better, Balaclava Boy returned for the final time. We'd been collecting dubs left and right, but I was still delirious, and in that state, someone donated $60, which made this sound.
The fuck is that?
What is that? Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Understandably, I was quite freaked out.
Why is it like that? Why is it like that?
At this point, the game was thinning out a lot, and the remaining items were getting more and more difficult to locate. Firstly, was a church that I just couldn't find. I guess that this was karma for ruining the church repairs. Next up was the mining dump truck. Now this vehicle is very heavy, so being careful not to flip it is important, and I flipped it. Next was the school bus that we've been filling with high explosives.
Someone down
I
there.
actually found one,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
but then did this.
Ah! God damn it.
It's okay though, 10 minutes later I found it again. But it wasn't the right bus.
Wrong boss.
Wait, wrong bus!
What the fuck?
And then I found it for real and chopped it. And there we go. As far as I knew, this was the last item I needed. So I traveled to the top of the map and began the final mission. Only to realize that I forgot the stupid fucking car on the island. Ah! It's alright though. All I had to do was get a helicopter, mark the garage.
No, fuck! He's breaking down.
Okay, take two. Okay. Right click.
god. Fuck. There we go. Oh my god, what a piece of shit. It's fine, guys, really. I mean, I'm okay. It's fine, I'm okay. I started the final mission, again, flew into the volcano, dropped in a mech, and am I just gonna be able to one-hit him? Gimme. No way! Oh my god, it's that easy. It's that easy. It's that easy. Oh my god.
BAM! Hello again. My house is on fire. Welcome back to Finland. This is a live stream on the game My Summer Car. I did this live stream about a year ago, and it was quite possibly one of the worst decisions I've ever made. In this live stream, if a viewer subscribed, liked the stream, or donated money, I had to drive this car a few meters. This car, of course, is Satsuma. And Satsuma is still a huge piece of shit. Oh fuck, not again. I thought this challenge would be easy. You know, do a bit of driving, make a bit of money, high fives all around, and go home. It wasn't. 20 hours later, I looked like this. Satsuma had driven over 500 kilometers, and the distance left was 6,500. This is the story of completing that distance. The obstacles, the crashes, the trials and tribulations, the myriad of characters we met along the way, and the pain.
Turning left.
So much pain. Oh my god! Oh fuck! So, let us begin. But first, new merch! That's right, fuckos, it's new merch o'clock! Come on down to Martincitopants.com and pick up some of the finest, most immaculate, least smelly merchandise you've ever laid your eyes on. We've got Finland Racing commemorating the completion of this fucking distance, and the Pissmobile. Piss. 1 in 20 packages might contain piss. These garments are quite possibly some of the clothes ever made. Handcrafted by the top 100 ranked sweatshop workers using only the highest quality asbestos, cigarette ash, and the occasional wax that fell into the machine. Go now to Martincitopants.com, one of the finest websites ever created, where you can click buy now on my brand new shirts. Ooh, yeah. Shirts not your style? Seriously? Go fuck yourself! We sell hoodies, perfect for storing all your favorite things. Your phone, your keys, your AirPods, a pre-cracked egg, souls of the damned, forever bound to roam this cursed land. And your wallet. So what are you waiting for? A train? Go to Martincitopants.com right now, or I might do something regrettable. Don't test me, fucko. I'll do it. Make some purchases and commemorate this monumental event. You must act fast. In 30 days, a month will have passed. Wait, what? Which means the merch will no longer be for sale. You must hurry. This is the deal of a lifetime. Anyway, where was I? And so began the next several months of My Summer Car. Arrive at work, stream My Summer Car, answer emails, drive Satsuma, edit videos, rebuild the engine, stare at the wall, piss on Tino, hang Garfield, drive Satsuma, crash into my cousin, rebuild the engine again, go to prison for crashing into my cousin, can't drive in prison. Fuck. The prison sentence is only 5 days, get out of prison. As you can see, 6,500 kilometers is a very, very long distance. Just driving and driving a little more and maybe a little more driving. You know, this time I was on the highway and things were going pretty well and I was driving along.
Prank him, John. Eagle Eagle
Oh shit! UFO! UFO! Stop the car! Where'd it go? I thought I might get lucky and see the UFO again, so I stuck my head out the window and looked up. In hindsight, this was a terrible mistake. What the fuck? Somehow, I was fine. The other car, not so much. Of course, I did not go to check on them, I did not make sure they were okay, and I did not make any attempt to help them whatsoever. What I did was tend to poor little Satsuma. Oh, are you okay? Oh, the fuel tank came out, let's get that back in. Oh, this is a good car. This is a good car. Yeah, you're a good car. Once Satsuma was fixed, curiosity got the best of me, and I had a look at the other car. It was the yellow one, the one that sometimes hangs around Timo's, the owner of which calls me a pussy.
Hei, onks tää nyt se Peräjärve?
Well, who's the pussy now, huh? Who's the pussy now, you fucking cunt? The guy was definitely dead, but the girl that accompanies him, she'd survived. Even worse, she wanted my help. Surely someone else will handle this, right? Yeah, someone else will handle this. I mean, I've got other priorities, you know, I gotta keep driving, and... Of course, I wasn't actually dead. Oh, fuck. I wasn't dead, but the guy in the yellow car definitely was. Which, of course, meant more prison. Timo. Goodbye. Timo, you don't understand. I killed a man. Yeah. Sitting in the prison cell in this game gives you time to think, and consider, and ponder, and whatnot. What was that UFO? Why was the yellow car on the wrong side of the road? Did the driver recently undergo a frontal lobotomy? Why did the girl want my help? I mean, surely someone else could have helped her, right? And then, I thought about other things. Okay, how much will it hurt if I piss on the TV? Huh. This isn't that bad. The next time I fired up the stream, something was a bit different. This little guy. There he is! Maxwell. Or Dingus? Why is he called Dingus? From here on, Maxwell will be accompanying me on this journey as my passenger princess. Now, Maxwell likes doing a few things. Firstly, he loves being rotated. And secondly, he enjoys staring into the deepest recesses of my soul right before I make a terrible decision. To celebrate Maxwell, I shot a few dozen fireworks at my dickhead cousin, fuck you, and had a nice meal at the pub. Whoa. At the pub, I found out that I can do this. These guys are having a really fucking enthralling conversation. They are staring at each other really deeply. Give me a little kiss. Alright, enough of that. Back to the driving, and our next milestone had finally been reached. 2,000 kilometers. Hooray! Life once again returned to normal. No more horrific vehicular manslaughters, no more prison, and no more women asking for my help. Just good, clean driving. The car continued braking, the NPCs on the road continued being idiots, I got hit by the train, I got extremely drunk, I went to grab my motorbike and... Wait a minute. Oh, fuck. She's still here. She's been lying there for like a whole week. A whole week and 2 days. So, during the last 9 days, I had died, come back to life, served my prison sentence, got a cat, rotated the cat, got hit by a train, rebuilt my entire wheel assembly, done whatever this is, and she had been lying here, completely motionless, the entire time. Clearly, if someone else was going to do something about this, they would have done it by now. Gentlemen, abduction time. Come on, girl. Come on. You'll be right. Just get in the car. Fuck proceeds to kidnap a woman. Hey, she wanted my help. Is she dead? She's not dead. No, I can't look there. No, that's terrible. The leg is stuck in the door. No, I can't look at that. This is... Get your leg back in the fucking door. I'm just driving my car. Nothing to see here. I am staring straight ahead. I'm helping. I should probably wear a helmet. Imagine if she were to wake up right now and just see this dude driving her around wearing a fucking helmet. Just get in the vehicle. Get in the vehicle. What is she fucking doing? Someone in the chat. W-Riz. W-Riz.
That Bill Cosby Riz.
Oh, there we go. Alright. You've been saved. You have a wonderful night. I should probably not leave her out in the cold. In you come. The ragdolls in this game. Oh my god, the back of her head. In you go. No. Man, you need to get some rest, man. With the girl safely taken from the side of the road, cautiously taken back home, and delicately placed on the couch, it was time for bed. That's fucking terrible. Wow. I'm such a hero. When I woke up, she was gone, and in her place was a note. Thanks for helping me out. You are such a nice dude. Wait a minute. Ew! Dude, that's fucking gross! Yuck! The next time I went into town, there she was. No longer in the yellow car with the guy, but standing by Timo's, presumably waiting for me to come and take her on a date. Which I definitely shouldn't do. You know, I gotta keep driving. As I drove on, I crossed under 4,000 kilometers left. Hooray! And while I was crossing under 4,000 kilometers left, I was thinking, manly things like trucks and, engine blocks and whatnot. I am the car guy, after all. I have to be thinking manly, mechanical thoughts. Tractors, yeah. Gearbox.
Turning left.
Oh my god! No! Not in the left! Of course, I really should have been driving. You know, finishing that all-important distance. So that's what I did. You know, I just kept driving, and driving, and driving, and driving. Another hard day's work on the road, and the distance left had once again shrunk. Nighttime had descended upon Finland. And it was time for bed. When I woke up, I had a quick stretch, paid my electricity bill, jumped in the shower, and then I got a phone call. What the fuck? Pretty sure that bloke's supposed to be dead. Why is he telling me to help him move his stuff? You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. You win. You win. I'll take the girl out. Alright, Martincitopants. What was the plan? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I have extensive woman experience, so believe me, she's in good hands. Okay, firstly, women don't like men who smell like piss and shit, so right in the shower I hopped, washing off a thick layer of grease, sweat, bugs, piss, and other abhorrent smells. Secondly, perfume. And thirdly, they like a man who is sharp. Behold, Martincitopants at work. One drive into town later, and there she was. I quickly bolted a passenger seat into the car, and introduced myself. Ah, shit, she doesn't like the bucket seat. Hold on a minute. Alright. Showtime. Good afternoon, love. Oh. Just don't mind the stuff. That looks uncomfortable. What's this? Is that cool? You be my girlfriend? Don't touch that. Stop touching that. Don't fucking touch things. Let me play some good music for you. Do you like the Commando 2 soundtrack? Do you like cars? I like cars. Stop touching things. Fuck, I gotta piss really bad. Hold on, excuse me. Oh, that's better. What? You having fun? You having fun yet? Will you be my girlfriend, please? Shit. Don't touch that. God, you're stupid. Have you got your seatbelt on? No, I'm not letting you out. Why do you want to get out? Don't you want to be my girlfriend? Stop changing this fucking channel. Having fun. Having fun. Do you still want to leave? Are you sure? Oh! I think I should go. I think I should just go. It was a good day. Bye. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Timo. What? The pub closed. Where's Timo going? Is he going out the back? He's gonna get on his bike. No, don't go through my car! Timo! Are you okay? Timo, stop having sex with your bike! Watching Timo crash his bike into my car gave me a genius idea that was sure to cheer me up. Abduction. You'll be okay, Timo. Believe me, you'll be okay. Slam the door on his head. Did this cheer me up? Yes. I mean, it was temporary, but just look at this. Absolutely exquisite. Timo, you're literally the best. Oh, Timo. Timo's doing the thug shaker. Timo, do the thug shaker. I wonder if Timo's will be open right now. Oh, it's you. Unbelievably, we'd reached halfway done. And there it is! Halfway! Holy shit, we only have 3,266 kilometers left. Later, I also found the bus driver just lying by the side of the road. So, you know. I just tried to shut the door. Sir! And then my uncle. Bam! And then the sports field guy. Oh god! And in! With all three rather large men in my car, I had created the clown car. Oh my god, it's a fucking actual clown car. Well, this wasn't so bad. I mean, I was still a repulsive, hideous man that no woman would ever want to date, but... Clown car. Oh my god! Isn't that right, Maxwell? Anyway. The clown car's nearly empty. Let's fill her up. Oh, I think it's time to smoke a cigarette, actually. I love how the people are causing just phantom forces on the garden. Ah, fuck. I'm not dead. I wasn't dead, but the bus driver, the groundskeeper, my uncle, and Maxwell, they were nowhere to be found. In their place were the police, of course. No doubt here to lock me away for all of... Oh no! No! This. Oh. Shit. Well, let's get this over with. So, where's Maxwell? Well, I don't know. I didn't see anything during the giant explosion, and judging by how far other items had been launched, he could be almost anywhere. So, I searched. Along the forest, behind all the buildings, in amongst all the little nooks and crannies,
I found many items that had been thrown hundreds of meters, but no Maxwell. I searched the same spots again, around the lake, down by the highway, around every single house. No Maxwell. No dingus. No girlfriend. Well, I only have what, like 8 fucking billion kilometers left? Yeah, 8 fucking billion. Isn't that just great? Awesome. Wonderful. Just what I fucking needed. I just love driving in my summer car.
Braking.
Oh my fucking god! You people are trying to fucking kill me.
Accelerating.
What? Three, two, one, go! 3, 2, 1. Where's Maxwell? Where's Satsuma? Why am I back at the house? What the fuck happened? Nothing's going right. The girl hates me. I just exploded my car. The one little guy I actually cared about, Maxwell, sent him into fucking space. And every day, my criminal record gets longer. I know what'll cheer me up. Fireworks. I love fireworks. You love fireworks. Don't we all just love fireworks?
John, did we prank him too hard?
Glorp.
Yeah, me too. Hey, you smell that?
And that brings us squarely up to date. No Maxwell, no GF, no house. The only things I had left were my fucking shit, terrible car, and a lot of kilometers. So I drove. The kilometers slowly, painfully ticking down. I didn't have a shower anymore, so gradually I became filthier and filthier and filthier. I tried taking out the girl again, but she didn't like the smell, or my vibe, or my car, or anything about me at all, really.
You are very smelly man.
Mm-hmm.
You smell like fish.
Mm-hmm.
You should take shower.
Mm-hmm. Many hours of driving later, we had reached our penultimate milestone. 1,000 kilometers left. I'd made an agreement with chat long ago that the last 1,000 kilometers were to be done on the dirt track. Well, this sucked.
Accelerating.
I'd take breaks every now and then, stop here, stop there, look around a bit, stretch the legs, admire the large piles of, what's this? Wood. Eventually, I stopped here. A familiar spot. The drunk man's house. He used to sit right here while I fed him my homebrewed sugar wine, and he gave me money. The last time I stood here was probably years ago. But even so, it all looked so familiar. The red car, the well, the little table he used to sit at. What is that? I'm sorry. I lost everything. It was all my fault. Everyone is better off this way. I'm so done with this shit, man. Just ended.
would take a shower right here. But no, I'm just a smelly boy. No shower, no GF, no cat. What? What? Maxwell! You a good little guy? Uh-huh. Yep, you're a good little guy? Uh-huh. He's going back in the vehicle. You know what? What the fuck am I being a sook for? The distance is almost done. The girl still seems interested. For some reason. Maxwell is back. The car still runs. It will all be okay. But I've got some work to do. First things first, this place is filthy. Let's clean up. I'm stacking them up. Stacking them up. Spark plugs. Some more batteries. Put the light bulbs over here. Oil filters can go here. Beauty. I've cleaned up. Next, I need to fix this car. Desperately. We're gonna use this guy, the sledgehammer. It might not look like the ideal tool for the job, but believe me, watch this. Oop! It's getting fixed. She's a beauty. Look at it. Look at it all coming together. Look at that. Back in town, I gave the car a makeover. I've been the piss baby driving the piss baby car for far too long. It was time for something more respectable. Something I would be proud to own. And something that a woman would think is cool. I know. Red. Of course, I had to show it off to as many people in the town as possible, including Penna. Guess who's behind me? Who is that on my screen? Hey, you're not getting away that easy. Sorry, fucko. There's a dude.
Terve! Ootko nää halukas vuokraan tän asunnon?
Yes. Oh! A bed! Hold on a second. Oh. Oh! I'm no longer the piss baby. A sink. Wonderful tap. Can I peel over the floor? I can. Oh, yeah. And just like that, we were so back. The car, good as new. The map, cleaned up. Maxwell, found. And the house, still burned down. But now, we've got an apartment. Finally, I was feeling it again. This was the one. It was time to take the girl out. One more time. Please still be there. She is still there. Okay. Hello!
Moi.
Oh.
Tää sulle kuuluu.
Oh my god. She got in on her own free will.
Just tää leopardisisustus ois niinku
It would be
niis.
pretty cool if this car had a leopard print style interior. What did you just change it again? What, you didn't like the screams? Do you like the Commando 2 soundtrack? Alright, you ready to see the sick drift? So what's the verdict, huh? You having fun?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Okei, no niin, voit siihen
Stop the car and let me out. No! I thought you were having fun. No, go ahead. Thanks for nothing. Fuck off. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. She's just walking home, you know, well, at least, this didn't happen. Oh! Okay, let's take her advice and make my car more presentable. No more roll cage, no more bucket seat. Let's order some window tint and leopard print covers. Ugh. And voila, it's beautiful. What a fucking beauty. Look at that. Okay, the girl's back. It's date time. G'day, love. How you going?
niin siisti.
Yeah. Full leopard style. But you don't like my zebra style? Are you serious? So, hi. How are you doing? You having fun? She's cranking it. She's cranking it up.
Turning left.
Holy fucking shit. Don't worry about that, love. That's just the voices. Yeah.
Mark, Grandma again. Stop by and finger me good when you get a chance again like
Dude,
old
just
times.
stop.
Love, Grandma.
Stop. Ah! Where did she go? What happened? Now, while this might not look like dating success to you, trust me, the magic is working. I think. I'm hideous! I'm hideous! I'll be alone forever! Anyway, once I got a hold of myself, I swapped out the zebra print for the real authentic leopard stuff, and waited for her to come back. At this point, I did consider maybe, just maybe, she'd had enough of me. I mean, I couldn't be certain. I just, you know, I had an inkling. Even so, every lap I'd check the spot, and sure enough, every lap, she wasn't there. I mean, I didn't have to take her out or anything. Like, I could just keep driving and, you know, finish the distance. So, that's what I resigned myself to. Like always, I just kept driving, and driving, and driving. Until, of course, there she was.
Moro, mitäs
Hello?
sulle kuuluu?
Oh. So, you like the interior? You like the leopard? Does this make me attractive? Am I hot? Am I hot? So, sorry about last time. But we're past that, right? I mean, like, you know, like... Fuck it. Please play Commando 2 soundtrack.
Entäs kun me tuonne hyppytään? Tanssilemaan lähtiin.
You wanna check out the ski ramps, huh? Alright.
Jäätsisikö me tähän hengaan, kun minusta tää on aika kiva.
Should relax and drink some. Challenging a guy like me to some drinking. Don't be such a pussy, drink some. Alright, I'll get the real heavy hitters out. An entire bottle of booze. Do I have another bottle of booze? It's empty. No, it's not.
Oh, vitoi jontte.
Mikä oli?
And just like that, the final stream had arrived. The very last 418 kilometers of this fucking distance. And how else to finish it off than a final, long live stream. It was perfect. I had done it. There was literally nothing more the game could throw at me at this point. Something broke, I can fix it. Car bogged, I can unbog it. Bug in my eye, doesn't matter, just keep driving. Oh, hey, the watch guy's back. Fucking dickhead. Yes! Wristwatch. It's back. As the final kilometers wound down, I reflected on everything that had brought me here. 300 kilometers, Timo and his store. 250 kilometers, Fleetari and his repair shop. 200 kilometers, Cousin Penna and the terrible bog. 150 kilometers, the highest of highs. 100 kilometers, the lowest of lows. 60 kilometers, and everything in between. Hello? Oh, hi. Yeah. You're going to multiply. Full responsibility. What? You're what? No. No, this can't be happening. No, this isn't right. No, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, this cannot be happening. What the fuck? Fuck. Where the fuck am I? Oh shit. Damn. Damn. Well, there we are. That is 6,500 kilometers. Wait a second. Do you hear that? Hold on. Oh my god. A few months ago, I made the horrible decision of speedrunning Just Cause 3 to 100% twice.
Oh, no.
The result was a time of 17 hours and 43 minutes, a new world record. I felt good about this run. I felt like there wasn't that much you could improve on. No. But oh boy, was I wrong. My record was tragically taken from me by 4 different people. And in this video, I'm gonna take it back. So, let us begin. Let me take you back to the beginning of this story. Right after I released the video, I did it again. In the outro, I challenged my viewers to try beat my time. And during the week following, I silently judged my competition on Twitch. Ooh, this guy just failed an easy wingsuit course. Yikes! Oh damn, this guy's movement is pretty good. I sure hope he fails. This guy's been at it for over 30 hours. Alright, that's kinda respectable. Have some subs. In my hubris, I thought it would take you guys quite a while. It took 5 days. I went to check on the Just Cause 3 speedrunning Discord, and found this. My brand new merch line! Gentlemen, I need to ask you a question. Do you feel sad and alone? Do you seem to smell really, really bad? And do you have a yee-ass haircut? Well, gentlemen, I have a solution.
Drip.
That's right, boyos. Your boy has gotten himself some official Martincitopants merch. We've got the frog on a t-shirt, on a hoodie. We've got Pain. Listen closely.
He is in pain.
We've got frog. Roll frog. Gentlemen, these designs are extremely good. The quality is top-notch. Have you ever wondered who was behind the frog? Well, there he is. I knew it. He's a frog.
Inside a frog.
Turn yourself from disgusting, stinky toad to a refined gentleman with the click of a button. Click the first link in the description or the drip comment to go buy these incredible works of art. But wait, you must act fast. Robot Frog and Pain will only be available for 30 days. You must hurry. After 30 days have passed, this opportunity of a lifetime will be gone.
Forever.
Anyway, I went to check on the Just Cause 3 speedrunning Discord and found this. A message from today's villain, Hugo M2. He had just beaten the game in 17 hours and 14 minutes. 29 minutes faster than my run.
Well, shit.
I had actually promised I would try again in the last video. Did I really mean it? Did I actually want to do it again? I sat down, had a think, and assessed my options. 1. Do nothing, and hope no one notices. 2. Fire up the stream right now, and do what I did last time, but hopefully a little faster. Or 3. Do some cop-out speedrun, like Just Cause 4. None of these options were particularly appealing. And 4 days later, the madman did it again. The record was now a blistering 16 hours and 25 minutes.
Oh no.
There was one more option though. Option 4. Spend several weeks researching the ins and outs of the game, make maps, create strategies, and build a route for a run. A run so dominant that no one would ever question my abilities again. I thought about it. I considered. I pondered. Option 4 was clearly the best option. Build the perfect run. So all I had to do was build the perfect run. So where do you begin with a game like Just Cause 3? The game is big. Really, really big. In total, there are 6 villages, 28 towns, 51 outposts, 20 bases, 3 central command stations, 25 story missions, 112 challenges, 47 vehicles to shop, 227 collectibles. Okay, we get it. There's a lot of stuff. What I really needed was a map. A map of every single thing in the entire game. After some highly advanced investigative journalism, I managed to find an interactive map. This was great, except it wasn't. In fact, this map was complete shit. All sorts of stuff was just missing. So I had a look at the other Just Cause 3 interactive map, and it was even worse. It looked like I had to make my own, so I did. I got the first interactive map, took some screenshots, glued them together in Photoshop, and added all the missing stuff myself. While I was hard at work drawing lines on maps, Hugo went ahead and did this. Oh fuck. The time was now 14 hours and 49 minutes. But my mind was made. My gamer reputation was in shambles. I was gonna beat the record, or die trying. So I had a map, but no route. This is a bit of a problem. To make this route, I needed a few rules. Rule 1, minimize travel time. Rule 2, use the right vehicle for the job. Turns out there are only 4 vehicles worth using at all in the entire game. The OP wingsuit, which, is that even a vehicle? The shield helicopter, the bomber jet, and occasionally the fighter jet. Rule 3, bundle tasks together. For example, the Lighthouse Blast Challenge takes you from here, goes through a stunt jump, and ends right next to this race. So you might as well immediately start that race. The race then takes you right to this town that you can liberate, which is close to these 3 shrines that you can collect, which are close to this town that you can liberate, which has a tape, and is close to these 2 daredevil jumps that you can do. I think you get the point. Rule 4, use fast travel whenever possible. On average, fast travel takes around 10 seconds. If you can't get there faster than 10 seconds, then you should use fast travel. Rule 5, whenever you can, chop cars. Almost every single town in the game has a garage and a bunch of cars nearby. If you're lucky, you can find many rare vehicles while doing other things. Rule 6, consistency is greater than speed. Just because you can shave off a few seconds by going through the wingsuit courses at maximum speed, does not mean you should. So, we have some basic rules, but how was I going to make the actual route? Well, it was going to take a long time, lots of experimenting, and plenty of stealing ideas and strategies from other people's runs. The first thing I needed to do was make a bunch of small routes like the Lighthouse Blast example from Rule 3. I called these threads. Each thread would start with fast travel and end with fast travel. That way I could order the threads in any way I wanted. Now how was I going to remember what to do during the actual run? I had a brilliant idea. Make the timer extremely long and put every single thing I needed to do on it.
Wow.
So, I was ready to make the route. And after 2 weeks and several revisions, I had a route. These 3 scribbly maps, and a really, really long live split timer. It was time to give this bad boy a test run. So I did. I split the run into 2 days and gave it a solid go.
Bam!
I did pretty well. I'm not going to tell you how well, but it was pretty well. Gentlemen, I was ready for the real thing. So I fired up my stream and began. So, the run began, as they all do, on the plane. Rico hopped on the roof, I started the timer, and the enormous flood of donations began. I had not accounted for this in my preparations, and as it turns out, when literally hundreds of people are throwing money at you, it makes it kinda hard to concentrate. Oh, there it is. The toll this took on my attention was immediate, and quite severe. The next issue was my very own PC, which had inexplicably started disconnecting and reconnecting various USB devices. Things already were not looking great. But I pushed on, I finished off the first 2 story missions, used this helicopter to liberate this power station, got out to hit some buttons, when the helicopter completely vanished. Wait, what? Where'd my helicopter go? What? I then liberated Minea and chopped some cars. While I was chopping cars, I also saw some vehicles in the water. Hey, look at what vehicle we're in, guys. Look at what vehicle we're in. It's the funny. It's the funny! Once I was finished chopping cars, and the funny, I'm screaming with laughter. It was time to really get to work. I needed something fast and something powerful. And I knew just the trick. Alright, I gotta concentrate. I need you to watch this. Alright. Oh, let's fucking go. We got it. You guys see that? This jet proved very useful, and made quick work of several bases and outposts. Then I started this mission here, picked up Mario in his truck, flew him to this town, liberated it, chopped some more cars, collected some collectibles, started the mission where Rika goes, "What the hell?" Unlocked fast travel, chopped some more Now that fast travel was unlocked, I was then able to fast travel here, Falco Maxime, the biggest base in the game. I was here to steal this, a shield helicopter. As you can see, the map I drew for this region seems to have a lot of lines coming from this particular base. Each one of these is a different time I would be stealing and then using this helicopter. The first line to follow was this purple one, taking us to these 2 bases, some collectibles, and the start of the OP wingsuit mission, where I would be given the OP wingsuit. Once finishing all that, I came upon this, the hardest challenge in the entire game, Laguna Blast. I had, however, practiced for this challenge quite a lot, and at this point, it had become fairly easy. Let's go! 1 try, baby! Next up, stealing another shield helicopter. This time I was going to follow the green line, which was entirely me shooting stuff with the big rockets. Outposts, excavators, fuel tanks, trailers, electrical components, refineries, transmission towers, anything with even a little red painted on it, was swiftly removed from the air. I finished at this base, where I then jumped into a new vehicle, the bomber jet, represented by the red line on the map. As you can see, the goal with this thing was to hit all of the oil rigs which you could destroy in 2 good passes with the bomb. So I went and destroyed some oil rigs. Next was continuing the story missions. I completed the smooth brain generators without any smooth brain moments, began conflicting interests, and made it to the end of the mission when this happened. Ah, cool, this is my favorite glitch. I love it when the cutscene starts. Awesome. Sick. Sick. Great. Thank you, Just Cause. 5 minutes later, I was back on my bullshit, stealing another shield helicopter. The route for this one was the Cyan line. Lots of collectibles, some outposts, and some bases before going south. So that is exactly what I did. I finished the Cyan line at this port, went to this town here, liberated it, and had an extremely smooth brain moment with the garage. Yeah. What the fuck? Why did it say this? Where? Where? I forgot where it is. I'm having a moment. Yeah. It's not wrong, I'm just dumb. The next mission was Missile Cowboy, where Rico does some hot girl shit, jumps onto a missile, says "Fuck you, missile!" punches it, refuses to elaborate further, and leaves. Rico was then tasked with an even more epic and dramatic mission. Take this truck filled with wine barrels and drive it to a party. I tried doing it the fast way in a helicopter, but that ended rather quickly when the line snapped and all the wine was lost. Oh, it broke one. Oh, fuck. God. Fuck! 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 This mission took me to the town of Babica, where the semi-truck could spawn. There wasn't one there this time, so I liberated the town with a little difficulty. Just stop. Just stop breathing. Stop! Ah! The next mission took us to the western island chain, called Insula Dracon. As you can see, the map here is almost completely unreadable. After liberating even more bases, I got to work on the Bavarium Sea Heist, which would unlock the Space Death Laser Lightning Gun thing, and the boat. Every single time this thing came on screen, the chat collectively lost their shit. Once the cool boat and lightning gun had been unlocked, I began on Piss Island. To finish up the starter mission, you need to use the gun that goes Unfortunately, when I picked it up, it got rid of my Eden Spark. I was okay with this because I could easily drop one back in with the Rebel Drop system if I had a beacon. But I didn't have a beacon. Are you fucking serious? Do I not have any beacons? I will cry if I'm not given a beacon. I did end up getting a beacon, and dropped one in later. Then someone suggested I make a lightning gun war cry. So I came up with this. Yeah, it's called a loud squeal. The next hour I spent completing miscellaneous stuff, when I did this race with this car. Oh fuck. The next story mission was an act of piracy. Missed. Where I had to steal this cool tank with a shield. To do this part quickly, I aimed the tank cannon backwards and used the recoil of the cannon to speed up the tank. Whoa. Once I finished this mission, I did this boat race, collected this part, did this daredevil jump, collected this part, and on my way to liberate a town, I found this. What is that? What the fuck? The semi-truck had shown itself and turned me into a demented old man. This was good, but also kinda bad. It had spawned in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and I'd have to drive it for about 5 minutes to chop it. So, I made a tough decision and abandoned the truck right there. This bastard of a truck had cost me over 30 minutes last stream. Believe me, abandoning it like this was quite painful, but I was confident I could find it much closer to a garage. Next mission, I found this cool helicopter, which was tragically taken away from me by this cutscene. Please, cutscene, don't get rid of my heli. I will cry if it does that. During the same mission, these two idiots, Annika and Tio, had to hack this thingy here and then leave in this helicopter. This particular exit plan did not end well for our man Tio. Speaking of Tio, I began on the next mission, car standing, where you stand on a car. During this time, Tio had a few problems. Uh-oh. No, Tio! At this point, I was starting to feel it. 8 hours of non-stop stimulation from donations, the text-to-speech voice, and the game itself had addled my feeble mind. The next mission went from car standing to train standing, where instead, we stand on a train. No, 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 no. Oh, I don't like that one bit. Stop! Oh, you fucking... I hate this mission. Okay, don't get run over by the fucking train. Oh my god, no! I really hate this mission. About 20 minutes later, I did some lamb race challenges in the F1 car. By far, the best vehicle in the game for this particular purpose. While racing up and down the streets of Medici, I drove past this. Unbeknownst to me, this was the last time I was going to see this van for a very, very long time. Exactly 1 minute later, however, I managed to find this. I had actually made the right call earlier and saved myself about 5 minutes of driving. Let's go. Now, as you may know, I'm quite a fan of just saying total gibberish. Sentences that mean nothing whatsoever. And it seems that you are too, because all I had to do was say the completely meaningless word Greer once, and the entire chat filled with Greer extremely quickly. Look guys, the time is green. Greer. It's Greer. Yeah. I was really beginning to lose my mind. But we weren't done yet. Our next mission was to defend this wall that Mario decided to piss on. It's gonna be Mario pissin'. You ready? There he goes. Thanks, Mario. I then went to collect some more collectibles and nearly killed Rico the most slow and painful way possible. Come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Rico! Stand up! Speaking of pain, up next was the moment the chat had been waiting for. Delivering the lake boat to a garage. In the last run, this boat had cost me almost 30 pain-filled minutes. Was I doomed to repeat this moment? Only time would tell. You see, I can't just drive this boat to a garage, because it's in a lake. I drove the boat to the other end of the lake, dropped in a mech, cleared some trees, picked up the boat, and screamed up the mountain at record speed. God. That is so loud. I made my way into Vista Dracon. This noise. It's too much. I managed to get the boat next to the garage, lowered it into the zone, and it exploded. But that was after I chopped it. Let's fucking go! As far as I was aware, we had completed the most difficult task. Oh, how wrong I was. I then collected the cool fast car and checked our progress. 92%. Oh shit. All that was left was to finish the collectibles, complete the remaining challenges, and find the last vehicles. The boat challenges had become significantly easier with the lake boat. Rico clearly thought so too, so of course he delivered this truly incredible line.
Nice to boat you.
Thank you, Rico. At this point, I had been live for a very long time. I tried to do the difficult things first, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just suck. Despite this, things were going exceedingly well. I was at 95% completion, and how else to finish the final Daredevil jump than with our Lord and Savior, Balaclava Boy. Except, it wasn't Balaclava Boy, it was Headgear Harriet. What's up, Headgear Harriet? We had been blessed with her presence, so naturally, I then experienced this. Oh no. What the fuck is going on? The challenges were almost done, and chat knew it. They had gone from sending floods of clown emojis to sending floods of money for good luck. I got good luck from Sweden, Denmark, Romania, the UK, Australia. The luck was coming from everywhere. Serbia, Spain, Switzerland, Turkey, Taiwan, Medici, Wakanda, Mars, God, the moon, Heinz beans, the future, and the place where nothing of interest happened at all. Here's a map. You'd think with all this worldwide luck I've been given, I'd be pretty lucky by now, right? Nope. I had just finished the final challenge and collected the final collectible. All that was left between me and victory was one item. A vehicle. A utility vehicle. The Stria Switzo. The van. The fucking van! I began the hunt in the city. There was no van. I checked Babica. There was a semi-truck, but no van. I looked around some towns in the Prima province. No van. I started freaking out a little bit. I was getting flashbacks to the 30 minutes spent looking for the truck last time. There was no way this was happening again. After all the preparation, all the planning, and this one fucking van was sitting between me and ultimate victory. The viewers were climbing. 16,000, 17,000, 18,000. Still no van. 10 minutes had passed. No van. Chat was telling me that it was the ambulance. It was not the ambulance. The pain was building. But I wasn't that sleep deprived. I still mostly had it together, so, spotting an excellent opportunity to shill to the now 19,000 people in front of me, I insisted. They go follow my Twitter. I checked the wiki page and the spawn locations. I tried the coordinates listed. No van. I looked at the Daredevil jumps that it could spawn at. No van. I went to Albert Dog and repeatedly killed myself to reset these 2 truck spawns. No van. Another 10 minutes had passed, and there was still no van. It was actually happening again. Was this it? The record was within grasp. Was this van going to invalidate all my hours spent in this run? I fast traveled back to one of the Daredevil jumps it could spawn at. Almost all hope was lost. But then... there it is. Holy shit. There it is. The good luck had finally come through. All that was left was to get to the garage. No. Boys. It took like the exact same amount of time as last time. Boys. We have the van. There it is. Okay, baby. Ooh, baby. The van was chopped. The game was done. All that was left was the final mission. What's he doing? Let's go! Watch this. He's gonna sweep his arm. And that's time. And there we have it, boys. The deed was done. But what was the final time? You may have noticed it blurred out for added impact. Well, unfortunately, fellas, we didn't beat the record. We fucking smashed it, baby! 14 hours, 49 minutes. How about fucking 13 hours, 15 minutes. Let's go! This was an improvement of a little over an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah. But wait. Something's not right. There's something missing. You see, I've lied to you. 13 hours, 15 minutes. Sure, that's a great run. But it's not the fastest. The fastest is much faster. The fastest run of this game was done by me a few weeks prior. I streamed it by myself with no one watching. No donations, no clown emojis, no distractions. It was meant to be a test to verify if I could beat the record on stream. And beat it, I did. This run had a time
And bam!
of 12 hours and 33 minutes. So, what are you waiting for? I know you want to do it. I know you want to beat it. So do it. Welcome to Vegas. A few months ago, 9 of my friends and I went to America. 5 days in Los Angeles, 5 more days in the American wilderness, and 9 days here in Las Vegas. From NASCAR, nightclubs, driving Ferraris, seeing the curious characters of TwitchCon, shooting lots of guns at the Frog Plush, again, and the Sphere. I can now definitively conclude Vegas goes hard. So, let us continue. Alright, fuckos, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! Gentlemen, it's Vegas time. And for our first day in Vegas, we'd planned something special. The South Point 400 NASCAR race. So, excited to see what was sure to be 3 hours of high-speed intense racing. We started the cars and drove to Vegas. But who is we? Well, Martin, that's me, Tristan, Sydney, Kai, Nathan, Arlo, Seamus, Harrison, Tim, and Simon. 10 Aussie blokes, 2 cars, a quick 4-hour drive that included nothing silly at all, like Sydney mistaking this car for our car and pointing the BB gun at them. And we had arrived at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Yeah. So, we sat ourselves down in the baking sun, and the race began. Three hours of thugging it out later, the blue number 5 car won, driven by Kyle Larson. Fun fact about Kyle Larson, his middle name is Miata. Okay, bedtime. Day 12. Waking up, we thought to ourselves, NASCAR was pretty cool, so why don't we go there again and drive on the internal track in supercars? But first, we had to drive there.
Hey, shut the fuck up, asshole! Get the fuck out of here!
Get out of the fucking road! Get off the road, you schmuck!
I think 2 cars was the best decision ever. I think it was.
Fuck you!
Arriving at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we went through this cool tunnel, and look at that. Cars. Lots of cars. Lamborghini, Ferrari, Maserati, Alfredo Linguini, Pera Arrabbiata. Think of a cool car that isn't over $1 million, and this place probably had it. And best of all, I was about to drive them into a wall on the track. I was going to drive them on the track. So, we had our safety briefing.
Today you will drive a beautiful suit.
And got a demo drive around the track by an instructor. Finally, we could drive.
And first up, the Toyota Supra. Next, the Porsche 992 Turbo. Fuck! And finally, the Ferrari F8. Well, that was good. But you know what? Drifter. That was fun. While we were getting our footage and a general debriefing, I heard a loud noise outside, so I went to investigate. It was an F-35 taking off from Nellis Air Force Base, and then an F-15, and an F-16. Every time I heard another jet, I ran outside, away from the guy talking directly at me, to go film them like a complete Dorvis. Alright, let's go home.
Where's the Glock?
Day 13. I saw this Lamborghini and Kai beat up the frog that we were going to shoot. Look. Right. Yeah, that's about it. Day 14. Tim's birthday. Hip hip hooray! For this special occasion, we'd come up with a brilliant, groundbreaking idea. Nightclub. Small problem, it was still daytime. So to kill some time, we hit up Chipotle for breakfast.
Alright, where are we right now?
And spent the rest of the day at the Atomic Museum. A nice little spot with scale models of missiles and Geiger counters and nuclear weapons like this 9 megaton bomb that if exploded would destroy all of Vegas and irradiate most of Utah, random shit from the Los Alamos National Lab, and these real patches from real units working in Area 51 and other secret organizations. Now, I won't lie, these patches sent me down a fucking gigantic rabbit hole. I mean, just look at them. Illuminati stuff, alien heads, totally not ominous imagery of dragons and snakes encircling the earth. Sensor hunter. No country too sovereign. The fuck? So, what do you do?
Don't ask. None of your fucking business. Actually engineered the American inner city crack epidemic of the 1980s.
These are 100% real insignia from so-called black units in the US military. And it got me thinking, what's the deal with Area 51?
Oh my god, look, it's literally like an alien!
Well, quick history lesson. Groom Lake, aka Dreamland. Prior to 1955, this unremarkable dry lake bed 100 miles north of Vegas hadn't ever done anything noteworthy, and it felt bad. Then the CIA came along and went, ooh, this place looks ideal for testing my uber super duper ultra mega secret U-2 spy planes pictured right here. I have a picture of it right here, it's not that secret, it's right there. So they went to the president, D. Eisenhower, and said, please, Mr. President, can we build a base there, please? And the base was built. The CIA and Lockheed then got their hands dirty testing out their super secret, ultra mega secret high altitude U-2 spy plane pictured right here, and smugly thought to themselves, yup, this baby is the highest flying plane ever built. It will never get shot down over Soviet airspace. Area 51 is America's largest secret military testing ground. Its whole purpose is to test out the latest and greatest in fucking aerospace tech. Things like the A-12 Oxcart, the X-36, this ugly thing called Tacit Blue, the YF-23, this thing called the Bird of Prey, what the fuck, the F-117 stealth bomber, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, a Soviet MiG-21 that the CIA got their grubby little mitts on in the 60s that resulted in the creation of the US Navy Fighter Weapons School, aka Top Gun. If it's military, aerospace, and secret, you can bet it was probably tested at Area 51. So, given all this secrecy, fucking military technology, and whatever this thing is, more and more people started reporting unidentified flying objects near Area 51. And quite often, their reports would go something like this.
Mr. Department of Defense?
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing some weird things in the sky lately.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was around Area 51 and I saw this thing.
You're around what?
Area 51?
What the fuck are you talking about? Are you fucking insane? Are you losing your goddamn mind? There is literally no such thing as Area 51. You are seeing things like swamp gas and weather balloons and hallucinations and such, you fucking idiot. Given the government's curt responses, naturally, wild speculation, rumors, and many, many questionable ideas started cropping up.
These sophisticated flight patterns seem to suggest that they are piloted by intelligent beings,
none of which were as powerful as this guy's, Bob Lazar. In 1989, he went on national TV and claimed there are alien spacecraft in Area 51, and he studied them. According to Lazar, these crafts can manipulate gravity, fly at physics-defying speeds, they're powered by antimatter reactors, and one time he saw a couple of scientists standing over a little grey guy, inspecting. So, is Bob Lazar full of shit? Well, it doesn't really add up. I mean, think about it. He just exposed the biggest secret in the history of secrets. Fucking aliens not only exist, but are here on Earth in cahoots with the US government, and for the last 35 years, the man who supposedly exposed all of this has just been chilling. Why let him do more interviews? Why allow him to parade around the most secret knowledge in the entire world? Do you think that if it was actually real, they'd have put him in the ballsack explosion chamber by now? Now yes, he says he's telling a story in order to protect himself, but why? How the fuck does publicly exposing the world's greatest secret protect him? It simply does not make any sense. Still, the myth of Area 51 lives on. Anyway, back to the Atomic Museum. We were done. So we went home and prepared ourselves for Tim's birthday, a night out in Vegas. So we hiked on up and set off. Day 15. We woke up at 1 PM. Checking my phone, I saw this.
Scrobcher 1, reporting in.
Guys, where the fuck is Simon? Upon further investigation, I remembered a crucial piece of info. Last night we met a few interesting people, one of whom was Daryl. We got on pretty well with Daryl, and after the club, Simon and him spent the night on the blackjack table. Then instead of going all the way back to our bum-ass room in the Sahara, Simon just stayed the night at Daryl's.
I am at his crib. It's bougie AF.
See you tomorrow, don't get molested.
Simon's about to become a statistic.
Simon's about to become a statistic.
The molester.
Once we'd recollected Simon, it was time for more attractions. Omega Mart, a totally ordinary supermarket that sells totally ordinary products, like gender fluid, mammoth chunks, impact corn, antimatter, tattoo chicken, omnipotence, 96-hour energy, high-frequency neuro-awakener, simply does not contain spiders, root beer-flavored vape juice-flavored root beer, emergency clams, who told you this was butter, do not eat, plausible deniability, and nut-free, salted peanuts, 100% salt. Well, his store's pretty interesting. Why don't we go out the back and see the rest of their store?
Going shopping.
Yeah, yep, just a normal store with the headroom and this room. Yep. All right. Anyway. It was time for tonight's activities. You see, TwitchCon was starting tomorrow, which meant the partner party was starting tonight. And before the partner party began, my agent managed to get me into this Xbox event thing in the Ferris wheel. It wasn't hugely exciting, but it had free drinks. And my friend Eric.
Greetings!
And, George not found. Once that was done, it was partner party time, where I met a bunch of fellow high-speed gamers.
Oh yeah!
Drank some drinks, and generally had a good time. Okay. Home time.
You got a piece of cutter!
Day 16.
TwitchCon!
We woke up at 12 PM, Kai gave the soon-to-be-shot frog a good kick, and we made our way over to TwitchCon via the monorail. Getting there was interesting. Instead of walking from the monorail stop to the convention entrance like a peasant, we took this thing, the LVCC Loop. A series of tunnels with Teslas inside them. Yup, definitely an efficient means of travel. Yup, definitely. There are no better options for vehicles in tunnels than Teslas. Yup, metro system. Underground car. Real shit.
Bro, this shit's on the North Korean metro. What the hell?
Anyway, TwitchCon. Once we got inside, the demographic shift was violent and abrupt. The middle-aged Vegas Americans had been replaced with fat nerds and their extremely attractive e-girl wives. Oh! We hit the unfiltered kindness board with a solid scrunch. Kai and Nathan hit up the chess.com booth, and I nobly abandoned all my friends to go to the partner lounge. At the partner lounge, I met fellow Australian YouTube band Remy and Low Tier God.
Martin, for my next bonus, I would like to ask if I could get this vehicle. And if you don't, I will kill myself in the office.
Tim spent several hours on one of the racing sims, and at the end of the day, I took this photo. Do you see anything interesting in this photo? No. Enhance. 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 Holy shit. Meanwhile, Tristan, Arlo, and Sydney, who weren't really into the whole Twitch thing, took a trip to the Circus Casino and watched some acrobatics and a clown guy swallow a sword and then dab.
Oh my god. He just dabbed.
So, for tonight's activities, I got invited to this Razor Dolce Gabbana event thing, which was okay, and I saw this guy in this fuck-ass hat in the distance. Honestly, this party was just kind of boring. So, my agent and I decided then and there we would try somewhere else. That somewhere else, of course, being Omnia. Possibly the most ridiculous nightclub in the entire world. Was that a nuke in the club? Holy fuck, that was good. Where am I? Wait a minute. I recognize that fuck-ass hat. That's fucking... Oh my god. It's Dream. Finally. I have done it. I have completed the Holy Trinity. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Take me, God. I have succeeded in my quest on this mortal plane. Goodbye. Wait, is that Groom Lake? No, I don't want to be a groomer. Fuck, go back, help, no. Ah! No, that was a mistake. No, I just like Minecraft, please. No! Day 17. Another guttural wake up at 1 PM. Well, some of us woke up at 1 PM. The others, who were clearly sick of TwitchCon, had woken up significantly earlier and gone to Utah.
Okay. Anyway, the rest of us jumped straight on the monorail, into the Tesla tunnel thing that is incredibly smart and a great solution to traffic that we should scale up. What a genius idea, yes, and into TwitchCon. We did this CPR simulator thing.
Excuse me, sir. Wake up, bro. Wake up.
Got photos with Tyler 1, who was just walking by. Found this thing. And I found a super ultra mega secret entrance to the partner lounge that was completely unguarded, so I snuck the boys in through there. Well, yep. After chilling in the partner lounge for a bit, it was getting late, and we hadn't seen any streamers for a while. So my friends decided to head on back to the hotel, while I stayed a bit longer to see if I missed anyone. And, of course, I saw none other than fucking German 985. Of course, the one streamer that literally all my friends wanted to see, and none of them were there to see him. So I got a photo with him, he asked what I was doing here, and I said, oh yeah, I'm right here with my agent, who was right next to me. And in the most German 985 voice ever, he looks at me and goes, oh, wheeling and dealing. Yeah. And that was that. 5 PM had rolled around, and TwitchCon was done for the day. I took this one last photo and... Wait a minute. Enhance. 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 Holy shit. Day 18. The final day of TwitchCon and our final day in Vegas. You see, there was still one thing we hadn't quite done yet. So I scrounged together a bunch of content creator friends, hopped into the Siennas, and took a trip to Battlefield Vegas. The gun range. And who could forget our custom target, the frog plush. Hello, this is Mart. Remy? Oh, well yes, of course I would like to go shoot guns with you. Right now? Alright, I can do that.
Holy shit!
And with the frog shot, even more, that was that. TwitchCon was over, and it was time for bed. Day 19. Well, that was that. Our 9 days in Vegas had come and gone. And finally, after nearly 3 weeks in the US, it was time to go home.
So to go.
And so, we set off early in the morning, back to LAX.
Help me.
We hit up Taco Bell and the California Science Center, which was pretty cool.
Damn!
Ew.
And of course, who could forget about dumping the BB guns? We found ourselves a good, sturdy-looking bin. Can you beat Skyblock with one tree? No chest, no water, no cobblestone generator. This was the quagmire I found myself in a few weeks ago. You see, last video I'd been having a wonderful, wonderful time with my friends, where if any of us died, then we deleted the world and reset. After 30 resets, we reached the end where I was knocked into the air and killed by the dragon. Except I wasn't. A portal opened up beneath me and sent me here. To get back, all I have to do is beat Skyblock with one tree. And, like before, if I die, the world resets. So, let us begin. First things first, tree time. Now, you might be wondering how I go about beating the game with this. Well, that's a great question. Technically, all we need are Ender Eyes. Then we can find the portal, open it and kill the dragon. Ender pearls are easy enough to obtain, but blaze powder is fucked. We need blaze rods, which drop from blazes, which only spawn in the nether, so we need to make a portal, which needs lava, so we need to make a lava farm, and it needs water, so we need to... Basically, it's a very long process, and it all begins with wood. With this wood, we need to build this, and then we need to wait for the sun to do this, and now we just need to kill a few skeletons. Well, let's try that again. Cut down the tree, get a bit of wood, stick down the saplings, wait a few minutes, cut down more trees, plant more saplings, get more wood, build more platform, and I think I'm forgetting something. Oh yes, that's right. Buy the new frog! Gentlemen, it's been over a year since the last guy burst onto the scene. I thought I put him away with a few 50 cal Desert Eagle rounds to the skull, but that just pissed him off, and now he's back for blood. He wants to enter your walls? No. He wants to enter your skin. He wants to climb into your blood vessels. He is charging up the death laser. Oh god, no! What is he doing in Anaheim, California? Wait a minute. Disneyland. Oh god. The children. Oh god. Do not lose sight of him. He is wearing camouflage. Whoops, I just lost sight of him. Oh god, where did he go? Not again. Once again, Makeshift gets it done with the highest quality plushies I have ever seen in my life. Embroidered eyes, shiny gold fabric, a beautiful, warm smile. Stomp him, grab him, shoot him with a gun. He still manages to maintain his jovial smile and can-do attitude. And now, he's angrier. Gentlemen, we need to sell a lot of these plushes. You must buy one. They ship all over the globe, even obscure, weird places like Michigan. Ugh. There is no excuse. Time is running out. This plush is only on sale for the next 28 days. Hurry up. Think fast. After 28 days have passed, he will be gone for good. And if I don't sell enough, he will harm me. So please do it. There's a link in the description and comment, please. Anyway. Okay. We're back. Killing them myself was rather stupid. So this time I made good use of my friend, Mr. Sun. Now, we've got bones. Bones can be made into bone meal, and bone meal into grass. Grass can be made into seeds, seeds into wheat, and wheat into bread. Gentlemen, food. Despite our earlier setback, we were making decent progress. So, to continue expanding our wonderful island, I went back to the plantation and cut down more trees. Well. And we're back. Okay, 2 trapdoors here should make me safe. Hopefully. Alright, we've got our bread, a nice tree farm, plenty of wood. What do we do from here? Well, I don't know, but this guy spawned on my island. Which is cool, I guess. He had a few things to offer me, none of which I could buy because my net worth was exactly 7 logs of wood. Of course, that didn't stop me from murdering his llamas and putting him in a box. Okay.
Clearly, as a form of divine retribution, shortly after this, I was brutally attacked by phantoms.
Oh! No! There's 4 of them!
Anyway, I had decided on our next goal. Getting iron. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Well, I'll tell you. The answer is zombies. That's right, zombies can drop iron, but only 0.4% of the time, which means to get enough iron for a pickaxe, we need to kill, on average, 750 zombies. Now sure, this platform does spawn zombies, just not very many of them. But we can fix that. An interesting quirk of Minecraft spawning mechanics is that the lower you go down, the higher the spawn rates. Sorta. It's a bit more complicated than that, but for our purposes, that's good enough. So optimally, we want our spawning platform to be as low as possible to maximize mob spawning. Okay, so let's get down as low as possible and build a second platform. Just, well, it looks like we have a bit of a problem. How do we go down? No, seriously, how do we go down? On a normal skyblock map, all you need to go down is a bucket of water. But we don't have any water or any buckets. I sat and pondered. And then I thought of something truly remarkable.
Actually worked.
Using this incredible strategy, I had descended a whopping 12 blocks. Very impressive, I know. I would have loved to have gone further, but I was out of ender pearls, and ender pearls aren't exactly easy to come by.
Yeah, maybe this method has some flaws.
Well, with that said, once again, how do we go down? This left me stumped, so I did some high-impact going down research and came across trapdoors. Placed 2 of them down like this, stand in between them, and close this one. You're now prone. Now that I'm prone, I'm short enough to place blocks on the underside of this trapdoor, and voila! We have descended 1 singular block. Now to do that, about 130 times. And here we are. That took fucking ages. My first build down here was a spider farm. Kill the spiders, get string, make string into wool, and wool into bed. Sleepy time. At the spider spawner, things were not working out how I wanted them to. This was promising though. Clearly the spawn rates down here were very, very high. How high? Well, why don't we find out? Hey, that's a lot of mobs. But there's a slight issue with this platform. It doesn't make iron. Yep, that's right. I have in fact just wasted a bunch of my time. The only way a zombie drops his iron is if I kill him myself. Killing them myself on this platform would be suicidal. What we really need is a way to funnel the zombies to a central killing chamber. We need a mob farm. Well, that took several hours. Now, you may have a few questions like, Mart, why is it made of stairs? Or Mart, why are mobs just walking into the drop chute? Or Mart, it's been 15 years, why is it taking you so long to get the milk? Okay, sit down. If you're currently sitting, sit down more. Have you ever noticed that mobs in Minecraft just kind of wander around? This mechanic is rather incredibly named wandering, and it follows a very specific set of instructions. Firstly, wandering mobs need to be within 32 blocks of a player. Then, they search for a target block to wander towards. Once they pick their block, they find a path to it and walk off. But mobs can only target full blocks, like planks or logs, not stairs or slabs. Using some questionable aesthetic choices, I built the spawning platform, walls, and roof out of only stairs and slabs. When a mob spawns in, their only valid wandering target are these planks over here. With some trapdoors, you can trick them into thinking there's a way across, even though there's not. And voila! Mob farm. Once they fall down the chute, they fall 23 blocks, removing all but 1 point of health, so I can kill them easily with a sword. This farm does, however, have a few flaws. The main flaw being, it is horribly, painfully, terribly slow. If I wanted to farm iron with it, this design would simply not be sufficient. So how about we tear it down and make another one? And there we go, Mob Farm version 2. Mob Farm V2 was significantly faster than Mob Farm V1. It uses my totally 100% original and not stolen design from Ilmago of YouTube channel Imago. It has a larger spawning area, central bait blocks, and 4 drop chutes. Even so, farming for iron was still very tedious. Over 400 zombies later, I got my first iron.
There it is!
The second, shortly after that, and then the third, and the fourth, a little after that. And then, we had 7 iron. 7 is enough for the most important item in the game. Pants, but upside down. So a cauldron. Why is a cauldron so important? Water. When it rains, cauldrons very slowly fill up with water. Problem was, it wasn't raining. So I did my civic duty and got to it. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh. Ah! And there's no water in the cauldron.
I'm an idiot.
Okay. Well, let's do something else. Animals. Very important for our progression and distinctly lacking in our Skyblock world. Animals only spawn on grass, but they can't spawn on our Sky Island grass because it's too close to 0-0, which means we gotta move it. My first attempt at relocating the grass was to try to get it to spread down the staircase naturally.
Oh, this is stupid. This is gonna take so long.
This idea didn't work. I waited over 20 minutes and the grass had only spread a few blocks. To get down the 130 plus block staircase would take literal days. Well, how on earth are we gonna do this? I could try to kill zombies for a chance at a silk touch shovel, but I'd have to kill something like 15,000 zombies. And I didn't want to. And then, it hit me. Sure, I don't have Silk Touch, but I know someone who does. To get him, all I had to do was cover the mob spawning platform in boats.
And gentlemen, I present to you my pièce de résistance. My magnum opus, the greatest construction of all time. Just a bunch of boats.
Okay, bear with me here. Once nighttime arrived, mobs began spawning on the platform, many of them spawning next to boats and immediately hopping in. Very good. Once I was satisfied I had the right guy, I sleep. I was here for this guy, so I hopped in his boat.
Oh my god! That was stupid.
And drove him over next to the grass. Once in position, his obnoxious block-grabbing tendencies took a firm hold of him, compelling him with immense power to reach his arms out and pick up the grass. Now all I had to do was beat him to death. With an axe.
Ah! No! Stop!
Oh no.
Using this grass, I was able to build a small animal shelter at the bottom of the world. This bit of grass, while small, could produce a fair few animals down this low. In theory, anyway. In reality, it didn't do anything, but maybe I was just being impatient. So, that had taken me an hour or so, and it hadn't rained again. So of course, I got to it. This session of rain dancing yielded nothing. Even more concerning, the grass spot still hadn't spawned a single animal. Something wasn't right. I checked the F3 menu, and what do you know, this exact spot was in an ocean.
This is my face when biome ocean.
Animals, can't spawn in oceans. So I went back up to the top, got another Enderman in a boat, positioned him appropriately, he did his thing, hacked him to death with an axe, scooped up the grass again, and moved it over here, into a not ocean biome. And a few minutes later, coal. And with that, back to it.
Brothers and sisters, gather for our Lord. Plead for his precipitation. Oh Lord, deliver upon us your wet love. Rain, I ask of you. Rain!
Seeing as it still wasn't raining, I killed some more time with another silly project. It involved a lot of wood, and fences, and boats. And it was constructed like this. What was this silly new contraption? Well, it's an elevator.
Oh, yes.
For getting down quickly, I placed this single slime block. Now, remember, if I die, all of this progress is lost, so it might be a good idea to think twice about— and he's jumped off. Just... After all that, it still wasn't raining. So, back to it.
Alright, you know what? If me doing a funky dance isn't gonna help, then I might as well prepare for when it does rain and make some more cauldrons. Oh my god, it's raining! Just like that. Just like that, it starts raining. Oh, what'd he go?
Amazingly, this time, it actually rained. Now all I had to do was wait even more for the cauldrons to fill. So, really, nothing changed. While waiting, I murdered even more mobs and collected even more iron. This continued for a very long time. I did some random stuff, it rained, I waited, the cauldrons didn't fill, it stopped raining, I killed more mobs, I got more iron, I made another cauldron, I got to it, rinse and repeat. It took ages, but we did get there eventually. The 3 cauldrons had collected enough water for one source, allowing me to craft a bucket and scoop it up.
Oh yeah.
Once I did that, I used a glass bottle to fill the cauldron again, and finally, infinite water. Like any good respecter of a chill time on the lake, my first project with this new water was a fishing pond.
Yeah, we fishing.
Okay, we've got our water. Next up, pigs. So why do we need pigs? Well, they're for our next big goal. Villages. To get villages, we need 3 things. A couple of zombie villages, a golden apple,
that tastes like Minecraft,
and a weakness potion. I converted one of the chutes on the mob farm to this, which is just a really jank way of picking out specific mobs. Using it, I collected a couple of zombie villages and stuck them in boats.
Fucking stupid.
And I also collected a witch. You see, there's currently no way I can get my hands on a weakness potion. But if I make a witch angry, perhaps by, I don't know, punching them in the head, they have a chance of throwing one. And lastly, the golden apples. Originally, I thought this would be easy, since drowned have a chance of dropping gold. So I converted some zombies into drowned and killed them. A lot of them. No gold. Turns out they, don't drop gold, and haven't for several years. Nowadays, instead, they drop copper. And this is where we go back to those pigs. During this whole process, I had been breeding a lot of pigs. So many pigs that they were starting to suffocate and die when I fed them. Perfect. Using some of the copper I'd collected from killing drowned, I made this. A lightning rod. Now all I had to do was wait for it to rain. So of course, I got to it. And while doing some nice relaxing fishing, it happened. These piglins had dropped a grand total of 51 nuggets and a bar of gold. Not enough for our golden apples, so of course, I did it again. And there we have it, boys, enough gold for 2 golden apples. Villagers, here we come.
Apples. 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 Hello?
I checked literally every single chest I had. No apples. Yep, that's right. Acacia trees don't drop apples.
Oh my fucking... Bruh. How fucking...
Well, this fucking sucks. There was a path forward. I needed someone special. I needed the wares of an elusive man. I needed a wandering trader. Remember the very start of the run when I trapped a wandering trader in a box? Well, he despawned long ago, but he sold saplings. Not the right saplings, but saplings nonetheless. To get a wandering trader to spawn in, I could just wait around the base like normal. But most of the base is made of bottom slabs, so the actual area he can spawn on is very small. Instead, I decided on constructing a purpose-built platform for spawning traders. To build it, I drafted up some high-quality blueprints, which called for building said platform way up in the sky, for some reason. So I built the boat elevator up as high as I could, and began work on the platform. And would you look at that? The platform's done. There's only one issue with this platform. Can you guess what it is? Yes, that's right. All of these slabs are bottom slabs. So, it doesn't work.
Oh my fucking...
Once I'd actually made it spawnable, I built a small hut in the middle of the platform and stuck a bed inside. This is where I would hang out for the next several hours, just waiting around for our trader man to spawn. One night, I forgot to sleep before mobs started spawning in, and came back to my PC only to be greeted with this. So I did what anyone would, sprinted to the edge of the platform, and, jumped off.
Oh shit. Oh shit, no, no, oh no, 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 oh! Oh my god. Bruh.
So of course, more waiting. But I got lucky.
Oh.
Only after about 15 minutes, a trader spawned in. And even better, he was selling an oak sapling. There's a problem though. I would have bought the sapling if I had any emeralds.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill myself! Oh my...
Yep, that's right. I had in fact forgotten that traders need emeralds. Man. And so, this presented us with another conundrum. How the fuck do we get... Well, I scoured the wiki. Trading, turn of villagers, mining. Yep, can't do that. Natural generation like chest loot. Yep, can't do that. And finally, mob drops. Certain pillagers drop emeralds on death. Well, that looks like a pretty easy option. The only problem is these pillagers don't spawn naturally. They only spawn in raids, and to get a raid, you guessed it, we need villagers. This left me completely stumped. For about 10 seconds, which is when I read the rest of the wiki and learned about foxes. Foxes have a 20% chance to spawn with an item in their mouth, and 5% of the time, that item is an emerald.
Doing some extreme ultra mathematics, we can figure out that on average, every 100 foxes will yield 1 single emerald. Okay. I think we have a new project. First of all, I had to find the closest biome where foxes can spawn. Aha! Yes. This spot was over 2,000 blocks away, and to get there I'd have to build a bridge. So I got myself a lot of logs, made some slabs, and started the journey. And I'm here. Well, that was extremely boring. Once on location, I began construction. Firstly, just a small platform as a proof of concept, and like everything else in this fucking playthrough, naturally, it didn't work. I sat there for ages and nothing spawned, except for like 15,000 mobs. Of course, I would work the first time. That would be ridiculous. It just has to drive me insane. It just... Later, I did manage to get it to work though. The fix? Well, all I had to do was go back to base and murder all my livestock. Yep. I don't know, it was something to do with passive mob caps and spawn chunks and some I don't fucking know. Back at the fox spawning platform, the unthinkable happened. It actually worked.
Fox! 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 Oh my god!
The plan was to use this platform to spawn foxes, and then I'd stab them to death and collect their drops. The problem with this approach was this. Nothing. No foxes. Yeah, sure, they could spawn, but clearly they didn't like to very much. I think I should make a farm. Here's a useful concept. Foxes are attracted to chickens. They sprint towards them at high speed and kill them with their face. But what if we put the chicken over here? And then some trapdoors here. This is the concept we're going to use for our farm. Have foxes run towards the chicken, fall into a water stream, and drop them to their death. So, let's build the farm. With the farm built, it started working almost immediately. Of course, you wouldn't be able to tell because it was still a very slow piece of shit. I couldn't even automate it properly since I had nowhere near enough iron for a hopper grid, so I just sort of stood there, underneath it, and waited. And waited. And wait a minute. What is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit! Yeah, that just didn't happen. But I wish it did. Once sufficient time had passed, I had finally done it.
Oh my god.
And accumulated our 5 emeralds needed for a sapling. Apples, here we come. So I went back home and waited even longer at the Wandering Trader platform. This time, I wasn't so lucky. Hours upon hours of nothing. Then a trader, I'd check his trades, they were shit, I would murder him in cold blood. Rinse and repeat. This, really sucked. Many hours later, our guy finally appeared, selling us one of the 2 types of saplings that can drop apples. A dark oak sapling. I could barely contain my excitement.
Holy shit.
Hours upon hours of work had led up to this moment, and it was finally here. I bought the sapling, placed it down, and bone mealed it. And bone mealed it. And bone mealed it.
What? 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 What?
Yes, that's right. Dark oak trees need 4 saplings in order to grow. And I had 1. Just... There we go.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Apples. Oh my god. Apples. Yes. 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 Yes! We had finally acquired the missing piece. And so, of course, villager time. To begin villager time, I brought back the witch that I had banished to the naughty corner long ago, and with a lot of finagling, managed to get her to chuck a weakness potion onto the zombies.
Yes.
This was after it poisoned me several times, the fucking dickhead. Then I force-fed them the apples, drove the witch back into the naughty corner for safekeeping, I guess, and waited. And there we go. I had finally done it. Their new home was the old pig pen, where I placed down a few beds and threw bread at them until they... Oh. Oh my god! It's a fully clothed child. Curious. Now, to get more emeralds. The easiest method I could think of was to employ them as farmers and sell them carrots. So I employed them as farmers, gave myself carpal tunnel by farming carrots, and sold them to the villagers for great riches. Back at the Wandering Trader platform, I, waited even more. And when the Wandering Traders did appear, I bought whatever I could. Anything and everything. Coral blocks? Fuck it, I'll take some. Dirt? Yes please. Cactus? Don't mind if I do. Sugarcane? Yes. During this process, I had also begun work on the next farm. An iron farm. This farm works by scaring the villagers here periodically with the presence of this zombie. Then, this trapdoor closes, they forget about him and go back to sleep, and 5 seconds later the trapdoor opens again, sending them in a frenzy, sprinting in every direction at once, and spawning in a golem for their protection. The golem spawns up here, falls into this water stream, and into this chute where he is killed by cramming with these 24 minecarts. My favourite part of this farm, however, is the boat clock. You see, I have very limited redstone components, so to make a clock I built a small track, filled it with water, and stuck a boat inside it. When this boat passes over these pressure plates, it activates them and triggers the trapdoor. Simply phenomenal. Next, a trading hall. So I built a trading hall. Filling it with villagers was tedious and painful, but once it was full, I could start cycling through all the various trades for my villagers. It, took forever, like legitimately fucking ages to spend removing their workstation, waiting a second, putting it back down, checking their trade, seeing that their trade's a complete ass, removing the workstation. Yidge. With these books, I enchanted some swag gear. I got some diamond tools, I made myself some armor. Finally, things were going well. And for our next project, we'd acquire some lava. So, first things first for acquiring some lava, I need to kill some pillagers. Don't worry, it'll all make sense soon. Using my, I found myself the bounding box for a pillager outpost. Building a spawn platform here would result in pillagers spawning, so I built a spawn platform here, and pillagers began spawning. I was looking for a banner carrier. Killing a banner carrier will give you the bad omen effect. The only problem is actually killing one without shooting it off the platform. Once I had the bad omen effect, I went back to base and to this little setup that I'd built earlier. This villager and bed combo is all you need to start a raid, and raiders only spawn on full blocks. So with the rest of the platform made from half slabs, I had a safe area to attack from, and an unsafe area that they'd spawn on. And so, the raid began. Using my librarians, I had made the most ridiculous bow emeralds can buy, which made quick work of each wave. I had, a little difficulty, but ultimately was victorious. Beating a raid gives you the Hero of the Village effect, and with the Hero of the Village effect, trades with villagers become significantly cheaper, and villagers give you gifts. What does this have to do with lava? Toolsmiths. You see, I've been lying to you. You can't actually beat Minecraft with one tree, but you can get up to here. So here is where a little mod comes in. All the mod does is change the loot table from toolsmith villagers when they drop gifts. Normally, all they do is fill your inventory with useless shit tools, but with this mod, they have a very small chance of dropping lava buckets.
Oh my... Oh, there it is.
Finally, after all these hours, we could make a cobblestone generator. Yeah! To get myself more lava, I constructed a lava farm. This was great, except I forgot one small detail. Lava, lights things on fire. Shit. With a bit of time, the lava farm had produced lava. You know, like it's supposed to. It had made enough lava, in fact, for a portal. And so begins our adventures in the Nether. So, what were we doing in the nether? Well, all I needed from the nether were blaze rods. Which meant I had to find a nether fortress bounding box and build yet another spawning platform. So I did exactly that. In fact, I was pretty lucky. The nether fortress bounding box was right there. It was really easy. Like, almost too easy. I shot a few blazes with my bow, and in a few minutes, that was it. I had all the blaze rods. And so ends our adventures in the nether. Holy shit. The day of reckoning was fast approaching. The ender eyes were made. Before going in, I wanted to be prepared. I leveled up my toolsmiths, my weaponsmiths, my armorers. I got the most ridiculous set of armor, the most ridiculous bow, and the most ridiculous sword, and made the final preparations. I collected a bunch of wood for blocks, and I stole all my villagers' beds. I threw the first eye, and the search began. 1,000 or so blocks later of just doing this, there it was. I said my goodbyes to this terrible place I had called home for the last several weeks, opened the portal, and jumped inside. The end, like the rest of the world, was a cold, desolate void. Just me, this small platform of obsidian, the bedrock portal, and the dragon. And so, the fight was on.
Yes! Ah!
What? Ah, shit. Oh, he's touching. Hit his ass! Yes!
Oh
Let's
my
go!
God.
Let's fucking go!
Can I kill Steven? Swear.
No, yeah, no.
No. We did it. We beat the game. And, I'm sure many of you will be pleased to hear this, we beat up Steven. So,